there's been madnesses going on socials though between that Fredo and Clavish thing. Yeah. You not seen that?
He's cold still.
For who?
For Fredo.
Can you explain? Can you divulge, please?
No, let's break down what's been going on first.
Yeah, word.
Cool.
Word.
So
you want to talk about?
It started from like
Allegedly.
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 Like some robberies going on, like people getting stained, and like when it's been put on socials, it's more like I'm seeing. I think it's in Australia, like Clavish and I don't know if it was him specifically, but maybe his friend or something. They got robbed, and like people like on social media were more like kind of laughing, like they're kind of entertained by it, and it's like at the same time, obviously that's the life they live. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't really say, it's like it's kind of your fault at the end of the day, but people on social media are taking it like
violating.
It's a funny thing to laugh at, like people's downfall. Yeah, it's like it's kind of mad. What do you think about that?
I think it's cold because allegedly he's on the run, and
who's on the run?
Fredo's
We're talking about Fredo now. I was talking about Clavish.
Oh no, Clavish.
He's talking about
Clavish's end is about, but on Fredo's end, it's kind of cold. Allegedly he's on a run, and he got the drop in Australia. How? How do you have the links?
Yeah, we're saying it's cold, but he's getting exposed right now as we speak. Like, literally, there's a page.
I've seen some of the allegations, bro. But it's like it's a drag.
It's
bro.
not allegations.
We're saying it's allegations, but
it's people that's texting him, bro.
Because there was one allegation of him being a lorry driver, but he ain't got a HGV license.
No, that's factual though.
No way.
That he tried to pay that. He tried to pay that.
Could have said, "I don't even drive lorries, man."
But do you know what he meant by that when he said he drive lorries?
Bro, of course I know what he meant, bro.
What did he mean, bro?
Let's not divulge. Let's not divulge.
Get done.
Me personally,
you know and I know.
Me personally, when people are clowning people like Clavish and that for getting caught slipping, I don't like it because anyone can get caught slipping, and if your life is on the line and you got to run, bro, run. What people that don't run, if he gets killed now, people be like, oh, he should have run, he didn't fulfill his potential.
I'm not just running, I'm swimming, bro. I'm doing everything.
If someone, bro, and what you know them Australians, yeah. you know them Australians, them men are built differently, you know.
I think it's
like,
Samoan,
kangaroos in outback.
Do you think I'm beefing anyone that's built like a Samoan? Them man that when the rugby, you know the rugby, they do the man
with the tattoos all over.
Yeah. Think I'm beefing them? I'm cutting, bro.
Bro, there was even a video of one civilian, but they thought he was with him, innit?
I think they thought it was Kirky or
something. Actually, because he had dreads. He was saying, please, I'm not involved. I'm thinking, bro, like people were laughing. People were laughing in the comments and shit, but that's actually Pete. Like that's actually something that's not even involved. But because of the way he looked, they thought, you have to be involved. It was actually Pete. Like that whole mistaken identity thing is mad. Wrong place, being in the wrong place, wrong time. That's why you got to pray to God against, bro, because that stuff can get you done for no reason.
That's one of the reasons I cut my dreads because.
I'm a target.
Yeah,
perhaps.
It's a stereotype. A lot of people got. There
was a period, yeah, where I used to get approached. People saying, "Right, well, you from them sides, where I'm from, innit, where I live." Just because obviously I used to wear a trap star coat and I used to have dreads.
That was your first mistake.
Obviously,
no, bro. You're not mistaken for where you like. No,
bro, you are.
You're in trap star.
No, I'm just
because I was in trap.
Bro,
fuck me.
Bro, let's be real about that. You're saying you're not like mistaken for wearing what you like, but bro, you've got to be realistic. If you're wearing certain things in certain places, you are begging to get questioned.
It depends,
bro. If you
can wear a tracksuit, doesn't mean I'm begging to be approached. But you can wear your jewelry out, flashing in the area you're not from, and you're begging to be approached.
But jewelry's crazy though.
You get what I'm trying to say? That's the scale.
I think you've just got to know where you're going, and you got to know where you're around. For example, SB wearing that trap star coat, that probably wasn't the wisest. She probably should have worn a young Uniqlo thing. And then
you're gonna get pros regardless, bro.
Yeah,
Uniqlo, bro.
Honestly, he's just been a tracksuit, bro. Like that shouldn't warrant you being approached. If he had his jewelry out and
but that's stereotypes, though.
Then you're asking to be approached. That makes more sense.
So you know when people look at us, even though they say don't judge a book by its cover, when they look at you, people have a perception of you straight away, right? So now I'm very conscious about how I dress as a person. I try to wear more light clothes. I obviously cut my hair, try to be more colourful. I try. Not sure. I'm not sure. It's not about being sure.
Yeah, bro.
The area that we're all from Buki areas, right?
Apart from me,
you're from nice area, right? But it's not even about that. People, there's a saying. dress how you want to be addressed, right?
Clack it, bro. Clack it, bro.
Dress how you want to be addressed. Yeah. So how I dress now, I'm not saying I'm like corporate, even though I work corporate, or like I'm proper formal, but when I walk, how I dress now, you can't mix me up for one of them men that are doing the madness. But how I dressed before, you could easily think that I'm part of them, man.
I hear it
just because of how I dress.
But do you think that's part of like maturity as well? Because
it is maturity.
Younger, like,
I think niggas know their ops, bro. Like if your face is bait, bro, no one's gonna mistake you for bro. I think niggas know who they're beefing.
They know who they're beefing.
They're not gonna just okay, you can G-check someone, cool. They're just gonna ask you where you're from and that.
Yeah.
You know you're not involved. Yeah, I'm not involved. You get me?
Yeah.
They're gonna leave you half the time, 90% of the time.
But you know there's
who
crash
they're
outs
beefing,
though.
bro.
Yeah, but you're forgetting it's not just ops though. Just people just want to rob
Random
you,
people.
It's not just
Like,
about,
but you're not gonna rob someone that you could just see dressed like a tracksuit. Why would you rob? You don't even know what he has. He could be like, I've got no pouch or nothing.
You think people care, bro? This guy,
What are you gonna rob me for then? I have nothing. My phone. Bro,
you're seeing guys getting, you're seeing people like innocent civilians getting stained like in like central and that when they're phones are, bro. Like, bro, don't care who you are.
People are getting stained for their Canada Goose and they're not about nothing.
That's what I'm trying to say. They stepped out in something that people would want. If you're stepped out in a normal tracksuit, like you're going to the shop, you're in Crocs, who's really gonna try to rob you, bro? Really and truly. You can be like, I've got nothing on me.
I can't lie, you never know.
You never know.
What are they gonna rob you for? Your clothes?
You don't.
They're not
know.
that bummy, bro. Let's be real.
Do you know how much bums are in this world?
They will take your clothes.
They'll take your phone. They'll take your bus pass.
Bro, you can literally come out your Crocs and a tracksuit. Come on, you can. But that's what I'm saying. They will strip people that they know,
and they'll put it on Snap.
Like they know they're beefing. Like if they don't know you, they're just gonna want to know who you are. And you're outside in a tracksuit and your house keys. You're going to the shop and your Crocs. What are they gonna rob you for? Your Crocs? Come on, bro.
Maybe they just like your Crocs, bro.
Bro, they're gonna leave you. Let's be realistic. They're actually gonna leave you. I think ops know who they're beefing, bro.
Obviously, people know who they're beefing at. So Fredo knows who he's got problems with, right? Yeah. So he's gonna attack who he's got issues with. My thing was more, obviously for me personally, I just started to change how you kind of.
I think it's for the police mostly though.
Police as well, because there's a period where I used to get stopped by police all the time, and it didn't make no sense. Even I would be on my way to church,
funny,
and police would stop me like.
What? Well, how many times do you think you've been stopped by
police?
Yeah, by
in like 2018-19, there was like 7 times.
7 times?
Yeah.
And what about you, Benji? How many times have you been stopped?
Numerous. Stopped.
Yeah, just like in general, like you're just walking the street, like
I've been tackled by the police.
Swear. As in, like
I even tackled by the police.
Grabbed you down, like
I've been like they spared me from behind. By the you know in Oxford Circus, that fountain place.
Oh yeah.
I was literally walking past that fountain place. And police were saying, oi, oi. I thought they were chasing someone else. I just all of a sudden, boom. I was like, bro, I thought it was a guy, but I turned around and I was like, oh.
They brought Leslie next, man.
Like, I swifted and I was about to, I was like, oh. Like, he's like, I was like, bro, what are you doing? I was confused, but obviously police brutality.
What was you wearing though? Was you wearing a tracky as well?
Bro, I was in jeans, bro. I came from a motive.
That's crazy.
What time was this? What time was this?
It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I think we'd leave in a motive or come and go to. It was during summer.
And they thought you were moving suspicious.
Apparently, because I was airing them, but I didn't know they were screaming for me. So they spared me to the floor.
Do you think they? So that you think they definitely?
And you know what I said? At least say sorry. They didn't even say sorry.
They just cut.
Do you think they're sorry? They're not gonna say something.
What can you do, mate?
No, right.
Colour, so
I guess that still.
What, Max? You never been stopped before, yeah?
No, I have a couple times. Like, so obviously, like they said, like certain crimes have gone in the area, and obviously where I'm like
Section 60.
They say that it's cat, man.
Where I'm like. Where obviously my area where I grew up in, I was one of the only black guys that there. It's very easy if I'm wearing a hoodie going out for a walk or I'm wearing a trackie, they're gonna think, right, that's a bit suspicious. So they'll stop me, ask me, and I'll just be confused, thinking I'm just walking,
literally,
I'm just like going to the shops or something. But literally, it's like where you look a certain way. So obviously, you dress a certain way. They're gonna like stereotype you and think that you're actually like a criminal for no reason, which is weird. But unfortunately, that's just something that we've had to get used to and adapt to it.
Because you know them when they send that message out, it takes half a second to say what color the clothes they're wearing.
Yeah,
they're not gonna just say black guy hoodie, and then every black guy in a hoodie they're gonna go, bro. They can say grey hoodie, they can say blue, bro. I've heard on the radio they can describe the person, they can say what they're wearing.
Yeah, they got the coding for it.
You get me, bro. So there's no way that you're gonna confuse any random person and be like, oh, we heard something in the area. It's a cat, man. I don't believe none of that. Because you can literally say, oh, he's wearing a grey hoodie, or he's wearing these kind of shoes. Like, bro, what the fuck? It can narrow down. If you're gonna say, oh, he's wearing a hoodie, there's a million. Like, you can find 500 people wearing a hoodie. Are you gonna stop every person? Like,
no, you're right.
Doesn't make sense.
So it's just definitely racial profiling.
Hondo.
Nah, literally.
I hate that shit, man.
But Fredo's not cool though. He's a wronger, man. He's a wronger.
Well, you think so? Do you think because of the messages, or do you think because he probably done the hit on Clavish?
I think that what's being exposed now, it just shows that people that are high, that have power, that have a lot of wealth, they do a lot of people wrong. To get to that place of wealth, you need to be someone that's heartless. You need to be someone that can do people wrong and not care about it. Because a lot of the people that Fredo have done wrong is his own people. Like little, let me not say names, but allegedly, because it's all out there, allegedly, yeah. with the screenshots and stuff, right?
Screenshots, screen recordings,
he's making
locations being added.
He's making people go on rides and stuff, and these men are all getting 17 years in jail whilst he's in Thailand.
I said cold.
500k new watches, whilst the people that you're telling to ride up get birded off. Are you mad? I'll be in jail fuming. You think these men are not fuming?
That Paps guy even made a skit on it. It was too funny. I watched it. Yeah, he was saying that basically, like, obviously one of his boys is in jail doing 70 years, and he's in Thailand, like bad like 50k watch. He's like, big bro, like send some bread or help me get send some bread for a lawyer, bro. Like send some bread from a lawyer.
Crazy.
But that's crazy.
It's sad, the whole road stuff and people getting mixed into that life because man got 17 years for trying to plan a murder or whatever, right? Now for the next 10 years minimum, you're sitting in the bin thinking about your mistakes, thinking about what you've done, whilst the person that was kind of peer pressuring you to do things is fine.
But you know what it is? You've also got to blame the person as well, because you've got to realise, I think a lot of guys do this, they live their life through other people. So where Fredo's obviously he's blown off the music thing, he was doing his thing back in the day, his boys are living through him because he's got the success, he's got the money. So they're thinking, rah, he can put all of us on. He can take us all out the hood. So they vicariously living through him, living through his aspirations and success. But the reality is, he don't give a fuck about you. This is all for him. This is all for his, like, because he's got children. This is all for his children, for his family. He's not thinking about your mum and dad. He's thinking about his mum and dad, his family. But what guys think, oh yeah, one of my boys made it out. All of us made it out. It's kind of like similar to like that Central C thing and that other guy, the other youth.
Oh, that Brendan said he left behind.
Yeah, the Brendan said that he left him. Kind of like his
Bamzino.
Yeah, his music is disgraceful. His music is disgraceful.
I had one good flow. You didn't.
Nah, bro. His music is disgraceful, bro. Yeah. I heard one tune and I was like, God forbid.
See, I like reactions like that. We should normalize just saying no, this is dead.
Bro, it is dead.
What's the point? Like, I think saying no, this is dead is polite as well. Why can't that be normally to be like, this is rubbish? Like,
I mean, if it's your boy, you have a nice way to say it.
But you're saying like if your guy made a track here and you
don't like it, you'd be like, no, I don't like it.
So if I made a track,
you want to be a yes man and just say yes to everything.
Yeah, like I saw. I think I was scrolling through TikTok. I saw a live. It's an American live, and she was reviewing music. Some woman, and then she was saying how it's alright. You can change this, bro. I was listening to the same song. This is rubbish, bro. Like, not everyone. It's not
everyone's cup of tea.
It's not everyone's steez to be a musician. Like sometimes this is not for you. It's dead.
I think some people just aren't talented like that, but they get delusion to think that they actually are.
But their talent is elsewhere. Don't stop there. Like, I feel like don't stop there.
There's an influx of everyone just trying to be like a rapper. Like, let's be real. I feel like all of us in our life, we probably wanted to say, let me try the rap thing on a. We always had that. I feel like the man.
I wanted to be a doctor.
No, listen,
never wanted to be a rapper.
Okay, singer, cool, singing, cool, but.
I never had a period where I wanted to be a rapper still.
I wanted to do.
I feel like all the guys, bro, like when they've grown up, they wanted to like aspire to be a rapper. We just had it in the back of their head. I could try this rap thing, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Eminem.
I'm not saying you wanted to be like.
Nah, I've never actually done like the closest thing I've done to be like, I don't know,
freestyle songs.
No, I didn't do freestyle. It was spoken word. I think it was in primary school.
At school,
poetry thing.
Yeah, poetry thing, and it was in a book.
Well, like a little haiku and that.
What the hell?
It's a type of poem.
No, but just
type of poem.
Yeah, I just did normal poetry, like Shakespeare type thing. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a poem in a book and it got published, and I remember I bought the book. But it was everyone.
Did you get paid?
It was everyone else in our second.
I think all primary schools did that, like in year 5 or year 6.
Yeah. To be fair,
I was interested in that.
I agree with what you're saying, but I've had a period where I wanted to be a rapper. But when I was in like primary school,
I was actually good though.
No, I wasn't good.
No, it's not the one that.
It's not
you
about
probably didn't go
good,
studio,
like,
but you had maybe like you recorded some rapping
after uni,
on your phone and that.
Like I remember, uni, you get a certain amount of like print credits. I had like £20 that I never used because I was never in the library. I printed off 20 pages of like Eminem lyrics, Young Boy lyrics. I was gonna study how these men make tunes and then make my own.
Hold on a second.
Excuse me?
Wait, what? You printed out lyrics.
I printed out the
people.
lyrics. Yeah.
Cold.
That's
So no, it's no. I wasn't. No,
That's plagiarism.
It wasn't for me.
Couldn't you just screenshot it?
No, because
Print it 20
how I am, I like to write things down. How I learn best from writing. So basically, what I wanted to do, was study their lyrics, not copy their lyrics. Study how they make their.
So you want to get to the mental side.
Yeah. So once I studied, after I studied, then I could have made my own. But obviously, we didn't get.
So it wouldn't have been it would have been unoriginal then.
No.
You're studying.
He's
You're
studying.
studying.
But I can't study, bro.
I was going to
Music,
study.
It's an art, bro. It's like you can't just
Bro,
the inspiration.
what you say makes sense.
I wanted to study
I
how
didn't say it don't
they
make sense.
No, I'm not saying that's what but I'm just saying he's trying to study, understand
How they
and
make
then
good-
do his own.
like. There's certain
What
parts of
I'm saying,
from that,
what I'm saying,
no.
how does-
Okay.
how does- but what I'm saying is, how
I don't
does
hear it.
study.
But how does printing the lyrics?
It helps him learn. That's
Because-
some people
okay,
learn
so
differently.
when-
go through things and you can understand.
When
Some
you-
people on
No,
the,
but I'm not saying we said like make
it's
it
like note taking. He's taking notes basically on the paper.
notes of what?
You understand me?
of
So
the lyrics.
I want to understand.
For example,
No, okay, I get.
For example,
I
this
get.
bar, he says, I don't know, something.
I want to understand how
self-control.
Youngboy has. Okay, so Youngboy has like 3 different flows. I want to understand how he rhymes certain words to make that flow work.
Because
Do you know-
some words he's rhyming it because of how
Bro,
he's saying it.
you know
and
the
some words
best,
he's just rhyming it.
the
'cause
best
it
way
rhymes.
the best way to do that isn't through the lyrics, is listen to actually the beat.
That's what I was gonna say, bro.
I've
Listen to the actual music
because
itself.
I would get high and then I'll try rap it.
Yeah, and that's where you lost it. When I used to rap, when I used to make music, and I used to rap music and like try and make songs, I'd listen to the beat, and then through the beat, I'll start like mumbling like different lyrics and then figuring out that way, and then formulating the chorus from there, and then I can figure out obviously the verses and stuff like that, and figure out that way. Obviously, that's how I was so successful back in the day. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But
It's calm though. You said episode 10.
episode 10, yeah, let's load them. 3 more episodes, or 4 technically.
You lot's waiting tune for that one.
Alright, cool. Here's what I've got to say. I think you guys should give me the floor here. Just give me a second.
Yeah, go on, you got the floor.
I have to land as well. No one interrupt me because if it will be mad. Yeah.
Don't worry.
So
Just make sure you
what happened? Cool. Here's my question. The start of it. What happened to Shane?
What do you mean by
So
that?
let me land it. So there's some more things I want to say as well. So like we should one thing we should normalize. I remember mentioning it before. Just saying people no, like it's this just no. Cool. Because I like telling people no. Because I feel like you got your hopes up to ask me that, and I told you no. So for example, I was in Maidstone, and some preacher come to me. He was telling me about Christ. Here's a tip, man. Here's what you're gonna tell them. Tell them you're saved and you know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. If they continue talking to you, they're begging it. Because what's your job here? Because I've told you I'm saved. Like Jesus Christ saved me. You can't talk to me. This guy's still trying to chat to me.
May I interrupt for a second?
No. Don't worry, we have something coming.
I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
Cool now. So I just told him no, and I just kept walking, bro. Because he's trying to continue talking to me. I said, bro, I'm saved. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Leave me alone. Like you shouldn't. What church do you go? I'm not going to your church. I don't live there. Cool. So I've now left him. I was thinking to myself, why wasn't no enough? Was I meant to be aggressive, rude? Like I've told you no abruptly, and I'm walking away. I don't give it. Like that's what I don't like about Christian people. But that's not topic for another day. So it's like, and it made me think, what happened to Shane? Like today's stage, for example, this summer there was GCSE results. A lot of people were failing.
Yeah, they violated.
And I remember going through TikTok and I was seeing a live of a girl showing U's.
And her parents were proud.
And she was like on TikTok live gas. I'm thinking, what happened to Shane? Back in my day, 1 U, you're done.
What?
These guys are getting 3, 4, 5, 6 U's. Like, how are you going to school for how many years since the age of 3 and you're failing English and maths? You study English at the age of 3. That's the language you speak. And you failed mathematics. You're failing from the age of 5. It's 11 years you've studied this topic and you're failing.
Yeah.
Are you like, what happened to Shane? Back in my day, our days, failing is a mad, like, you're going to your GCSE results, everyone is looking at, what do you get, bro? Like, joke thing. It's okay to fail.
I was laughing at the guys that failed still.
Yes,
You're a
bro.
bad guy.
And it made you feel like, no, I can't fail, I can't be dumb. Like, you would if you would fail, you hide it.
Yeah.
This
But bro, you know, like there's a lot of undiagnosed.
40% in the UK.
No, okay, that
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the stats were 67.7% of people passed with a C and above.
No,
That's
it was
insane.
less than
That's-
that for English and
Swear?
maths.
It was the lowest since 2019.
For
That's
English and
insane.
maths, it was like 60% pass rate.
Blood of Jesus.
What happened to
peak,
Shane?
Yeah.
Why can't we tell
No,
people
but
this
you know,
is bad?
I feel like that gen right now, they
They're
don't
cooked.
care about
They're
that.
cooked.
They actually don't care though.
There's
They're
actually no shame.
Because they think they can blow off exactly TikTok and all of these apps. They feel like they don't need English and maths, they can do other things on the social media aspect. That's what it is. But
And they will be in for a real shock.
No,
because they're gonna be begging for gifts on live, G.
like, there's people like Bonnie Blue. There's people like
What?
Oh, sorry. But the point I'm trying to make.
I get your gist. I get your gist.
There's so much shamelessness around that we as a community we should just be like, what happened to shame?
Firstly, let me talk about the first one. You talked about the guy that was preaching to you.
Yeah.
I think
Let's go back to that one.
that was just the first point. I think in that sense, the guy probably doesn't feel shame because when you're actually trying to preach Christ and you're trying to obviously win souls for God, there's no shame in that. Like as much as you're telling him, no, I've got a church, it's still him that would be obviously like, I've still got to pursue, because it's not, he doesn't see it as if he's pestering you. He sees it that he's fulfilling his purpose that God has sent him to do. So that's the first one. So I think in those ones, you just got to give people grace, even though you've told no, and that's fine. Don't be rude to him, but that's just the way he's wired and thinking that this is what I need to do. Everybody has a different approach to how they do things. Exactly. Unfortunately, some people do things to over the top, which, I mean, in the name of God, that's what they say they're doing it for. But in reality, it can come across a bit, so you're pestering somebody, which in turn will put somebody off. So that's the first thing. So I think in that case, just give the person grace. And the second one, in terms of obviously the GCSEs and stuff, people should feel very ashamed of themselves. That is a very like shameful thing. And I feel like a lot of people are going to school nowadays and they're not bothering, they're not trying, because obviously there's so many ways to make money online. They think they're the next thing, but the reality is we don't need like more people to be pop stars or TikTok stars or YouTubers. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need accountants, we need tradesmen, we need all of these things. But because these things aren't like visible, they're not in front of the youth today, they're not taking that as gospel or something to be popular. Because before, if we're being real, growing up, for us, that was in front of us. Like our parents were doing similar, like obviously we all went to church with each other. We know all the adults there. We knew a lot of the time what a lot of their jobs that they were doing. It's like it was in front of us. But for a lot of these kids back then, now even, it's not visible to them. Or they're just a brain rot TikTok generation.
But also what I would say is that obviously I worked in a school. So I've got a good background.
Quick stint.
This.
Yeah, you got it.
And then a lot of kids have undiagnosed
autism.
Not autism per se, but learning difficulties. A lot of kids.
Do you think it's rife with more in black students? Yeah.
And what I noticed when I was working in that school is that a lot of the parents didn't want to accept that their kids have.
Bro,
like, my child doesn't have anything. He's a normal boy. Don't tell me anything. Like they just they're too prideful in it.
They don't want to accept it. I remember I was doing a one-on-one with this boy. He didn't know 7 times 3. He was proper trying 7 times 3, and I would break it down to
how old was he?
It's just 7 plus 7 plus 7.
Yeah, what was the age?
He was 13. So in year 8.
Can't blame him.
No, he should know 7 times 3.
I can't lie.
And he was proper.
You're knowing that in like year 4, bro.
And it wasn't he wasn't able to get the answer. He was proper.
As in, like they showed him, they like dissected it fully,
and he couldn't get.
That's
so
sad.
The head of children with like issues, what the school that I worked for did that was good was that they would make everyone do a certain test which can test if they've got basically
so based on their specific
okay, cool. So the school would know who has like needs extra help. And there was in that school 75 students that needed extra help. Only 20 of them were diagnosed with issues. Damn. Bear in mind, if they diagnose themselves with issues, the government would give parents support and funding,
extra time in exams. They get like a. I swear they get like a somebody to like a teaching assistant, a TA.
That was my job, to help those people that needed extra help. But 50 students, a lot of their parents didn't want to accept the fact that your child is struggling with some sort of like learning difficulty, which is a shame that, you know. So I hear it sometimes because you don't want to accept that your child has learning difficulties, but at the same time, it is a disservice to your child. And now, when it comes to GCSEs, your child struggles because they haven't got the extra support that they should have got, and that is why a lot of, I won't say that's the main reason why pass rate is only 60%, but I can say working in a school, that is 100% a reason.